So who's going to play this competition?
Up with Senegal, but the gap is just too wide. 7 wins gap. But if you look at the Tigers now, they have in over 4 competitions they have been unbeaten since 2017 up until date. So every matches they have played, they have not lost a single game. Then how dare you come out and say this team has been disbanded? They won't go to the World Cup. They won't even participate in the local scene.
It was not about disbanded. The team was that. We all were
whatever adverb or adjective or now you want to add, the fact still remains that no basketball for Nigeria.
Yeah, but now we're back. According to the minister, he has done the new leave. Not for 11 the office. But the girls are not happy, and I understand why. You talk about the men's basketball. How is the men's basketball doing? We got a coach who was supposed to be here, the former assistant coach of the Golden State Warriors. Is it Mike Brown?
Mike Brown, yeah. He's still the coach.
And then he disappeared.
He's still the coach. Officially, he's still the coach.
He has not been here for how many years? He's the coach now. We didn't know how he came. We didn't know how he left. You know. And then you talk about to add salt to injury. You now then add. I'm going to be sincere with you. This one is. You then to add salt to injury. You now then add that. It's sad. See. I'm going to be sincere with you. Our best players in basketball are foreign based.
No doubt.
The players who play here in the league who do so well, before we say Jack Robinson, they're out. Either in Euro basketball, whether in NBA, whether they play across different leagues, whether it's Uzbekistan or wherever they go to, but they go abroad because they want greener pastures.
True.
And then you try to come on. It's a no for me. Don't forget, Mike Brown went to the Olympics.
He did. He
played shambolically after winning USA in the pre-tournament, giving us hopes, winning all the top teams.
What do you expect?
And then we got to tournament proper and voila, we played rubbish. And then we came back to FIBA Afro. And then a different whole team entirely. I don't ask myself, I don't think Mike Brown was selecting these teams. A different team entirely, and then they crashed out. You see, you want to prove your dominance. That is the major hold. You want to put your dominance in, in Africa.
True.
You can say the fact that we have 7 trophies are behind
Senegal.
You want to prove your dominance.
True.
Right now, I think we have the best team in Africa.
No doubt we do.
But unfortunately, I must be sincere with you. This is where we are at the moment. Keep going around in circles. Whether it is Musa Kida, whether it's Mike Igboche, we keep not. The league is, who are suffering, they are the major athletes, the basketballers themselves. Whether it is the local or the foreign, they suffer. The foreign leagues suffer. They just suffer not going to the World Cup for the female category. The local leagues can't even play a league. Whereas we have a female basketball league. It's sad, really sad. For a tournament that we thought, okay, as of the last 3-4 years, it was on a high. It was giving football a run for its money, becoming even the most productive sports in Nigeria. To go down this low, so sad to be actually.
So sad indeed, definitely, but that is what our basketball team has definitely turned into. It has been a place where all nooks and all Tom, Dicks and Harry just come and make name for themselves, and after which everybody goes back to their heart. All right, so let's delve away from basketball now and talk football, as one man has come out to say only Enugu Rangers is the only team that have not hold me my salary. Now, is he taking a swipe at other clubs that he has handled that they are should I call them debtors now? Is that what he's trying to say? Now, the departing coach of Rangers International of Enugu, Abdul Maikaba, has confirmed that the club is the only club in Nigeria that he has worked with that hasn't owed him a single dime. The Flying Antelope struggled to make an impact in the Hybrid League format last season, but reached the final of the Federation Cup before losing out to Bendel Insurance. Maikaba made the statement during a farewell message to the club and further confirmed that he wanted to go and stay closer to his family. Now, this is what he said. I have worked hard in other clubs in Nigeria, but I can say boldly that Rangers is the only team that I ended with without owing me anything. He further thanked the people of Enugu and the Rangers family for the opportunity given to him to serve. Since the past 10 years, I have not stayed with my family for a month. The children are growing and need my attention. Even if I'm going to take contract elsewhere, it must be close to my place, he concluded. Now, Enugu Rangers haven't hold him a salary. Agreed. Now, could it be that some fans have said, could it be that he has been overfed in the farewell dinner, that he came out to see that, he's just speaking pure facts? talking about Abdullah Maikaba.
We heard he's heading to Plateau to manage us.
Because Elechuku is looking at the exit.
Exactly. We also hear a lot of people. Yeni has left Aqua United, and I'm sure could be headed there as well. But for Abu Maikaba, I think he's just trying to say the truth. We all know how well coaches have been old here in Nigeria, even players. It was not yesterday when we had a player like Akpan Basi. Remember, winning the case with the NFF and his club, where his club ordered them was this kind of players to pay over 11.8 million naira for his salary and his sign-on fee for that period of time. So you cannot, I must repeat again, you cannot, how will I use the word right now? Say that he doesn't know what he's saying. He knows what he's saying. It means if they paid him a salary, they have paid him as at when due, they haven't owed him a dime. Because in the Nigerian Premier League, now not only the NPFL, players and coaches have been owed the track club. We've seen players who has gone to the, at some point to the governor's lodge to lay their complaint.
So definitely,
we've seen players who faint on the pitch saying he has not been paid.
We also saw, was it Aquara United now when their players actually had to go in front of the government house to cook. That was 3 seasons ago. They actually cooked in front of the government house and said, pay us or you are not going anywhere.
Now they have a loving governor who loves sports. That's the joy of the whole thing. It's now, they are now invested in they were one of the best teams in the league. So it's just, you pray that, and this is why I hate I must repeat, I hate the fact that we have government throwing out football because it depends on who loves sport.
Okay, and now for the record, Abdul Maikaba has previously worked with Wiki Torres, also worked with Aqua United and Plateau United before heading to Rangers. Now, could it be that Wiki Torres, Aqua United, and Plateau United fall in the category of a club that might have a holding salary 1 or 2? Because I want us to be very, very practical now. Now, this will help other clubs as well as other coaches to stick on their onions and said, this is our coach, we must pay him for the sake of posterity. And also players now listening to us, we know how to make informed a decision when moving to a club and say, this Wiki Torres, they look like people that will owe me salary. Let me think twice.
I think Wiki Torres maybe they could owe him salary in Bauchi. I don't think Aqua United do owe players that much.
Okay.
And they've got a good system. Paul Bassi, he's their team manager. I don't think he wants to be dragged for such.
And he's also a board member of the
NFF
definitely.
So I think it's not a bad. But there's some places you see even as an AIMA don't own salaries.
True.
So it depends on the team. Remo Stars don't own salaries. So it depends on who. It's more, but it has been government-owned clubs. They are the ones that
all the clubs that he has worked with are government-owned, especially Aimba, where he worked as the assistant manager.
I don't think Aimba owed him. We can't say Aimba owed him.
Don't be too sure. Don't
anyway,
be too sure. All right, that is Abdul Maikaba. He has come out to say that, look, as for Enugu Rangers, I can beat my chest anywhere that there are loving people, and when it comes to salaries, but rest assured that they will definitely pay you all that is owed to you, and definitely both owed, because the likes of Osepesero, should we say that we are owing him, or we are just trying for him to relax? Very soon we will gather the money, and
how well can you gather the money? Is it that easy? Look at Getaro. I haven't gathered the money to you now. Come on, man.
Don't worry, we will pay. We will pay. Nigerians will pay. After all, we want the poor people to breathe. They will breathe, definitely. And we don't want to choke them.
We're jokers. See, our football has become a joke, and that's bad. You're a national team coach, one of the biggest brands in African football. You're owing salary for up to 9 to 10 months. And that is why when he's not playing well, he's even braggadocious. He's so proud to tell us that he doesn't know some players. And we can't do him anything, You ask him about his contract, it tells him to him and the NFF. Who does that? When the press should know all these things. So
all right, definitely, it is what it is. But this time, let's delve away from football, let's delve away from basketball and go to a sport that is not really making a huge name, but the athletes there are doing us proud in Faroe, Ghana, as the Nigeria arm wrestling squad in a match day 1 of the 12th African Arm Wrestling Championship has won a total of 6 gold, 5 silver, and 4 bronze medals to give a strong indication that they are in a crowd for serious business of defending their African title won in Lagos last year at the 11th edition of 15 medals in just day one. This is indeed advocative. Permit me to say that. Nigerians' bright start also sent a signal to other top contenders, especially the host country Ghana, that the defending champions are out to qualify for as many events as possible for the African Games in the World Championship. Nigerian opened the floodgate of gold medals when Olubisi Ayu will see grab Team Nigerians first gold in the women's 90 kg class. Talking about arm wrestling, a total of 6 gold, 5 silver, and of course having about 4 bronze for the team, the sport bishop.
Come on, we have strong people in Nigeria.
That's why I said all thanks to Fufu. All thanks to Egba. No, you must add that. I am proud of my local food. I don't know about you. I'm proud of it.
If Adefemi, who scored the winning goal in the quarterfinals of the Champions League, could say it was
Adeyemi Karim,
who plays for Borussia Dortmund, could say it was Fufu. Who are we not to say it's not Fufu?
Who are we with the goosey soup? The way the guy was just rolling this thing. The likes of Rich James, I say, thank God I did not play in that first leg.
Absolutely. But anyway, if it asks me, I think it tells you how well we've got talent here in Nigeria.
True.
Apart from, we've got given too much glory to football, giving too much attention to basketball, handball, and we always tell ourselves every time we go for sporting activities, we have what we call competitive advantage. And I ask myself, what's competitive advantage? It's the fact that you've not harnessed the talent in that sector. That's why you have no advantage. When you do groom talent, where was South Africa in athletics before? Where was South Africa in swimming before? But they're
cricket,
there right now.
yes.
And now they've harnessed the talents they have in the country, and right now they are world beaters. They are world beaters and beat, So I think it's a good one for the arm wrestlers. It tells you that practice makes perfect. They've been working hard in Lagos, like you said. They've been if you want to progress, you need to participate in championships. True. Which is what the federation has done. Ensure that they play against the best in Africa. Ensure they play against the best in Europe. This is what you want to see. It's high time we call it what it is. We have even better arm wrestlers in Nigeria. We have not been her next.
I would definitely
from the cadet level. Now we need to
go down to the villages now, where we have the farmers there. We need to
educate them on the rules and regulations.
Sure.
Just like when you talk about wrestling, we have the local wrestling we call Gidigbo.
Exactly. And we have the Dembe all over in the north.
And you're looking for boxers
who can
knock out, Look at Mike Tyson. He had issues with anger management. What do? They converted it to boxes. They come use that gun and knock someone out and make some money for you. Some cool cash for yourself. And this is what it's all about. We have arm wrestlers in Lagos. We have them around the country. We need to harness them. Give them competition, exposure. With the right training, right coaches. There's some sports I don't think anything can come close to. See boxing. They're going in the streets of Lagos. Joe Legba.
On that bridge, just showed
they are boxing for free. They are boxing for free. Get them to box for cool cash, and you could love it. So
definitely,
it's something we could look at. I know we'll come to rugby at some point. And that sport, I think we should do what we are now. We're going to find out the rugby championship in Ghana right now.
Definitely we are.
We'll get 3 of the games. We won 3 of them today. We are through to the quarterfinal in rugby.
Defeating Rwanda, DR Congo, and
Ghana. So tells you if we harness, there are talents in Nigeria. At some point, I was opportunity to train with the Rugby Federation. The rugby national team here in Abuja, the Area 10 Stadium. And I went back home, my back's ached for all the right reasons.
But did you continue?
Why not? They stopped camping here in Abuja. But it tells you what it's all about. That's what we want to talk about. I want to get and show that we get this sport to where it ought to be.
True.
From the grassroots. Why basketball is the best league in America? Because in every street in America, there's a basketball court. Whether it's half court, whether it's full court. The more you play the game, the more you fall in love with the sport.
True that.
Look at Abuja. It's an eyesore. We don't have stadiums in Abuja. I want people to fall in love with football. Apart from the National Stadium, and then the one in Buhari made by thanks to the the FA football chairman.
And the one at Area 10 as well. Old Parade Ground.
Add that one as well to it. There's no sports center anywhere. People have turned on that bridge. Side of bridge to mini stadiums.
It is an eyesore indeed. Absolutely. It is something that we must not condone. If we want to be respected in the world scene, we just have to as well come back to the roots, go back to our secondary schools, go back to the university days and harness those talents.
We used to have school sports, inter-house sports.
What happened?
Now we say a bachelor. somebody has a one-story building, it tells you that's a school. No sporting facility,
whatsoever.
no stadium, no. Who gives these licenses? You go back to look at other climes abroad. There are prerequisites for you to have a school.
Sure.
Sporting facilities,
Playground must be there.
Field, get rugby to secondary schools. Get handball to secondary schools. Start catching them from young. Read cricket. Now I see what is happening with cricket. Get it from the age of 5. Let them fall in love with it. By the time they grow up, we have so many stars scattered around Nigeria, and they can harness it. Even football is going to lose it because we don't even have stadiums in Nigeria anymore. We don't.
I pray that we don't lose our number one sport in Nigeria. Talking about football from the under 15, under 16, 17, under 20, under 23, and down to the national team. These are different age grade competition, but if we don't do the needful, the likes of Zambia, the likes of Egypt, Morocco, South Africa, Ghana, Cameroon, even Kenya and Tanzania, these guys will definitely overtake us in no distance time. It's not rocket science, it is visible. 070-0010-961-961. Keep your calls coming on that line, and as well on WhatsApp, it is the same line, 070-0010-961-961. I'll take that again so you are not left out. 070-0010-961-961. All right, and let's delve away from Africa, from Nigeria now, but we're still talking more stories from the home scene, and after which we will delve into the world of transfers. Saudi Arabia money is really speaking so much as the latest player to join them is Ruben Neves. Talking about the Wolverhampton Wanderers captain is officially joined Al Hilal for a record club fee of 47 million euros. How did this happen? You just have to stay tuned to find out. The likes of Manchester United bid for Mason Mount has officially been received, but with condition by Chelsea. How? Why? You just have to stay tuned to find out. Still talking sport in the local scene. Let me take you to Zambia as one nation when it comes to sporting facilities and doing the right thing. They are taking Africa by the storm, with calls from stakeholder on the interim management committee, the IMC, on the need for video assistant referee in Nigeria Premier League after a successful 2022-2023 Abuja season and the Super 6 playoff. Zambia has become the third African country to the VAR technology in a footballer to be used, following the Football Association of Zambia's decision to employ it during the ABSA Cup final between Musa and Forest Rangers. Now, let it be known that during the Super 6 playoff, there was other technologies that was used. Of course, the matches were shown on TV, but there was no VAR. Now, the first nation to use the VAR was Morocco. The second nation was South Africa, and Zambia now is officially the third African nation, yes. And the ABSA League is the third league in Africa to employ the use of VAR. Yes, we are the giant of Africa. Yes, our football league is doing well, but no VAR. Now, the match took place at the Woodlands Stadium in Lusaka, marking the first public trial of VAR in Zambia. FAS, that's the Federation, the Football Association of Zambia President Andrew Kamanga expressed the association's commitment to testing the effectiveness of VAR after conducting numerous behind-the-scenes trials. The ABSA Cup final provided the ideal platform for showcasing the technology and assessing the potential impact of minimizing refereeing errors and complaints. Talking about a nation, talking about a league, and talking about an association that actually want to improve their game. You are talking about FAS.
Yeah.
The Football Association of Zambia.
See, we need to call it what it is. See, we always say we are the giant of Africa. We are innovative. We make things happen.
But it's true now. Is it not true?
How true can it be?
Are we not the giant of Africa on papers? Are we not?
Zambia is not using VAR. Zambia can afford VAR. Zambia league has been on television for God knows how long. We watch them on terrestrial TV or pay TV. We see that they don't have the best of facilities when it comes to stadiums. not the best pitches, not the best stands,
but
the quality.
marketing and branding.
Exactly, they show that the league is out there for people who want to invest coming. Now we're hearing they want to build it. They want to even hit even before South Africa to have a VAR in their league. Does this not tell a good story? Nigeria cannot even get a league on the television.
Let's say it, all right, because
you can't get your league on television.
Why we are saying it is just a minute.
Okay.
Why we are saying it is not that we are castigating the NFF,
No.
the IMC,
No.
not at all.
The IMC again.
Yeah, the IMC. Not that we are castigating them. They are actually listening to us. Yeah. I just missed a call from an official of the NFF on my personal line.
Yeah.
They are currently listening,
Yeah.
and for whatever thing we are doing, we are trying to make sure that we outline the problem. Going into next season, we want a better league where we can start toe to toe to the Moroccans. I'm not mentioning the Egyptians now, to the Moroccans, because those are direct rivals, as well as Ghana and Cameroon, in terms of showing our leagues on TV, in terms of marketing. Remember what Audio Igalo said about 2 days ago, the 3 reasons why you will have to come back to play for the league. So the essence why we are saying this thing is to for them to know that we are also stakeholders of the football in Nigeria, and we love our country. And for whatever reasons why we are saying all of these things is to put them back on track when they step out of line.
See, I must call it what it is. See, before that we couldn't even get our league on television. It's really painful. Okay, kudos to them. Recently we were able to see the Super 6 for the male on television. We were able to see the the FA Cup finals.
That's a Federation Cup.
That is on television. We're also able to see a certain league that started yesterday, the Nigeria Super League as well, on television. What about the women? Since we didn't get the league on television, even the Super 6 wasn't on television. And I asked myself, even the organization was bad. I must say it. Who puts a game at 10 a.m.? Who'd watch it? Fine boy, you're going to leave your office to watch a game at 10 a.m.
But it depends. But no, of course. Come on.
With the one who pays your wages. It looks like it doesn't make any sense for me. Okay, in the Super 6, I was angry when they put a game at 2 p.m. In the scorching sun, back to back games in a synthetic turf. How do you want the players to give you 100% optimum? Playing on synthetic is already excruciating. I need to buy with Nicky, and they said it is dangerous to the knee and the back. And then to play in it for a number of days, and then to add salt to it, to play it in the sun. I played on synthetic. I don't like to play on the sun. Blisters every other day. Every touch is a blister. And then these guys put their body on the line and play it. And then, okay, apart from that, we heard there were officiating issues. They were not happy with some of the calls in the Super 6, but I must tell you sincerely, the officiating has improved. That I must tell you. It's not where we want it to be yet, but there's a leap.
Kudos to
the IMC.
Of course, the leadership of Omi, he has really done well.
The chairman and then Omi,
both of them, their temporary position has now been permanented, and they have done well so far. But they can do better.
Oh yes,
they can do better.
Yes. I think the marker was when they started playing the indemnity of the referees. When the referee was no longer indebted to the hosting team. How do you host him pay him money if he doesn't give them the win?
Of course,
they will not pay him.
Of
so
course.
you have to pay.
And they even beat him up. So that's the home team. They can, because they are the one paying for you.
And what I love about the league again is that they are the hasty punishment of people who have gone on that. Exactly. So a lot can be done. I think the league can be brought on TV. I keep saying it must not be paid TV. We can have it streamed and also on terrestrial TV.
Very important.
If you are in Abuja, let your local channel in Abuja show it. You are in Lagos, and after they send you the tapes, so you can easily monitor the growth of the referees, monitor the growth of the players, monitor the growth of the coaches. So that when you want to make appointments, whether it's for the Super Eagles, for the 23s, from the league or the coaches, you have to say, okay, from this game and this game we watch. The technical team, if we have any, because I must say, where's the office? I had Kamalawa saying that the time of Pesero is off, and I asked myself, from which office is saying this? Or is this there's a pundit? Because don't forget, he's assistant technical director of the technical committee, assisting us in the Guavon. So we need to call it what it is. I keep saying it, and I'll say it again and again and again, that we need to get our league on TV, terrestrial, and if you can get stream it, and then if you can get VR, it's a plus. If teams like Zema can afford it, why can't we? But the referee will tell you they are cash strapped, they can't even play this, they can't pay that, they can't do this. But the IMC should be able to, if you want a league to thrive, you need to ensure that the league is marketable. You can get sponsors who are willing to sponsor the VAR. The reason why Premier League right now is crown blue blood to Saudi Arabia will get there very soon. I said, no, Saudi Arabia cannot buy all the players. They cannot do this, they cannot do that. They should watch against their sport washing and where are they getting the money from. Because they know in England, they don't have natural infrastructures. The reason they are one of the top countries is because of structure. One of their highest making venture is their league.
It's their league and it's football.
And if you take the league from them,
it's all over.
It will smash the economy real good. So they know what they are doing. You get it. So they will try to stifle any league that want to raise their head against the English Premier League. That is the business model. Can we not have a model where we can say, okay, we want to be the best league in Africa, like South Africa has done with the PSL. They have that league on TV. They can also have VAR. We need to see what can it cost us if have VAR? What would it cost us?
It will cost us nothing. I'm telling you, it will cost us nothing because they are tech company scattered all over Lagos, all over Port Harcourt that are willing to take up
what
this
would
thing.
it cost us to have an OB van in every league venue in the MPFL? So when his game is on, you use that camera.
We can start from there actually.
OB van in every station. So you just from there, you just when the game is played in Umaya, they don't need to travel. You just straight up, you get the OB van and it's working. We can do these things. It's doable.
All right, definitely it is doable if a nation like Zambia and if they are a league like ABSA, and of course in the final it was a user talking about the VAR. Why not? We can as well get it done right here in our league. And finally from the home scene, let's cross over to our neighboring country, talking about Cameroon, where it is not rosy at all for one man, Samuel Eto'o, who may be arrested, who may be stripped over his chairmanship position as the Cameroon FA chairman, who is facing so many allegations leveled against him. Talking about the current president of the Federation of Cameroon Football Association, Fecafoot, Samuel Eto'o is set to be thrown out of office if found guilty by the Court of Arbitration for Sport. Various threats hang over his mandate, jeopardizing his position as the head of the governing body of football in Cameroon. A procedure in progress from the CAS, a legal procedure, is currently in progress before the Court of Arbitration for Sport. Now listen, it follows a challenge to the resolution, of the General Assembly of August 27 in 2022, and is mainly concerned with the legitimacy of Samuel Eto'o as a president of Fecafoot, questioning the convening of his said assembly. That is to say that his assembly is not recognized. Also, the assembly that brought him into office is questionable. That is one. Two, in June 7th, 2023, that's this year, the CAS now have 120 days to render its verdict if Samuel Eto'o is declared unfit. Listen, if he's declared unfit to lead the Fecafoot, which we have him vacate the office. Now, that is not all. Now, the second threat that is hanged over Samuel Eto'o is his link to the question of ethics and integrity. Remember how most of the time he burst into the dressing room of the Indomitable Lions of Cameroon in the just concluded AFCON, and also in the World Cup we saw the row between himself, Rigobert Song, and Andre Onana that also brought his ethics and integrity and his mannerism into question. His fellow ESCOs and the general sport-loving people of Cameroon are questioning his ethics. That's number two. And finally now, is also said to be an ambassador for a sporting bet company. Now, how can you be an FA chairman and you are an FA chairman, yes, and you are an ambassador to a sport betting company? That means that there is every chance that you will tell your team today you are losing by 10 goals to nil. If you don't, if you win or if you score a goal, you are going to be punished. Why? Because he's an ambassador, and he will make sure that people that are under him that are betting. But see, all of these things do not add up at all. This investigation has been carried out in confidentiality, and the results can have serious consequences if the facts presented are proven and in violation of the FIFA Code of Ethics. Sport Bishop, here we are.
You see, we are over
Samuel Eto'o, all these things leveled against him. He is a legend of the game.
Yeah.
He's one man that somebody like me I will look up to, and I will be so how do I put it now? I will be so encouraged. He is my mentor, know that. On the field of play, he is my mentor, and administrative wise, he is. But sadly, he's somebody that all of these things has been leveled against it.
See,
what is the way forward for Samuel
the way forward
Eto'o?
is they should let the man do his job.
Are you for real?
I know the man as a footballer, he's been controversial. Let's be realistic.
Okay.
He has been a controversial as a footballer. Did so well as a footballer. Had his issues off and on the pitch, but never stopped being excellent on the pitch.
True.
Also, in the Cameroonian FA, I think he's been excellent as well. When last did the under-17 qualify for the World Cup, they were there. When last did the Africa Cameroon qualify for the World Cup, they were there. When last did they go far
in the AFCON proper?
You can see how far they went. They got to the third, one bronze medal.
The last time they went far was in excuse me, was in 2017.
When they won it, yeah.
Yes, when they hosted and won
So-
in 20. Ever since, their sports have nosedived,
So-
but since it came into power, it has been resurrected. But let's not separate his personality and what's on
Let
ground.
you know, it's another issue. Onana has he's an arrogant player. I'm going to be
Okay.
saying with you. He has his own issue. Simple. No matter how good you are, you have a manager, you have a coach. And the coach tells you this is what he wants, this is what he wants. It don't matter if you're the best player in the team. He was told, okay, we know you're good with your feet, but we don't want it anymore. Do you know how many errors Onana has made for Inter Milan trying to pass the ball from the back? If you won the Champions League, you see there was a lot of scares with him against Manchester City. But he managed to scale. But that's how he plays anyway. Because, okay, as the goalkeeper, please, can you cut off this pass from the back? Just hoof the ball in front. We'll try and get the ball from the midfield. And then you got angry and say your coach is playing outdated football. And then started having a go at your coach. Who put you in the team? Don't forget, at some point, it wasn't the first choice. There was Ondua. Before him, his cousin.
True.
So why would he then all of a sudden now feel that he's better because he's playing for him because he played for Inter Milan? Where was he 3 years or 4 years ago? You know? So like I said, I know Leto has a problem where he had an issue with the fan after the World Cup where he had a go where they were trying to the man was trying to ask him about a match fixing and he lost his cool and went to go at the player. He has been punished for that. He's paid his fine. That should be bygones. But you cannot tell me that Leto does not have the integrity to come on because of what? Because don't forget to say he's a brand on his own. There's the Samuel Eto'o's brand, the Samuel Eto'o's the FA chairman, FA president. He's not just a footballer, he's a legendary footballer known across the world.
True.
He personally can fund the FA by himself. That is how wealthy he is. So for everybody to say, oh, he is this, is that. No, allow him. Has he failed as the president of the FA? The answer is no. Okay, he had issue with the other, fine. See, what has he done? Has he done? Does he have any criminal record? No.
It may not have a criminal record per se, but the allegation leveled against him is enough to trim out of office.
Is there another issue? Is there an issue of corruption?
No. According to what we have, not at all. But
Simple.
investigation
So
is still on.
Let's allow the court of arbitration for sport cars do their job.
Okay.
If they had an issue by now with no cars, they would have raised the first alarm.
That's true.
They would have raised, oh, this guy he does people try to know. And we know he's arrogant. And in the course of him doing his job, he can overstep his boundary. We saw when he fired the staff in the
all of them.
Because he felt that he came late to work. He came to work before they came by 10 a.m. And like, that's how you guys run here.
And the under-23 team, when he fired all of them, he said, in fact, all of you are fired. Exactly. And he said, and the players that will not bring his A game to the endowment, you are living. You are living.
Thank you. So, it is because of him being too passionate, he may step on toes.
True.
We now know. Let me say, are really the fans being the one behind this calling for his neck? No, it's the members of board. He has sidelined the way of. No, he doesn't take us into recognition. He doesn't carry us along.
Just like a certain Didier Drogba.
Absolutely. So it is what it is. When you love the sport, see, not everybody that hovers around the FA or around sport loves sport. But there for their personal interest. It's not only in the Cameroon, also in Nigeria. But there for money. But there for the ego, the fact that I am a board member of the NFF. Some of them is a launch pad to go to FIFA and CAF. So people have got them so many reasons why they are in the NFA. So let's be realistic. I think Eto'o has not done badly as FA president. Like I said, I always want to. You're not indicted until you're indicted.
True.
It is hearsay for now until I hear from the court of arbitration for CAS, which is the only people that have the power to pull
You
him out.
are innocent until the court proves you guilty. All right, I will definitely be right back to take more sporting stories and, of course, take your calls and read all your messages that have been pouring on the show. But and also to step out of the building for a while and pay some bills and definitely get you relax, sip a little a cup of water and hot something spicy because the weather is super cold. We will be right back to connect you to all the trending stories making round in the world of sport, talking about the foreign scene and the biggest transfer story. Kylian Mbappe is set to be a Real Madrid player. Go nowhere, people. We will be right back.
You quench your pizza taste. The secret is in our sauce. We are your Romeo.
Be our Juliet. Visit any of our branches today for a long-lasting memory.
Romeo's Pizza, the pizza champion USA. We quench your pizza taste. The secret is in our sauce.
Into the bottom corner. It's a little gem that from Son Heung-min. And the champions are behind on day one. Luis, that's a lovely touch. And here's Matty Cash to hammer it into the roof of the net. That is a belter. A moment to cherish. And he won't forget that one in a hurry. That's a lovely ball. Foden. Walker stepped over it. De Bruyne! Another gem of a goal in a gem of a game. And how pumped is he? 2 each. Masuaku. Masuaku. Oh, it's got him! And West Ham are 3.5 minutes away from a steal. Unbelievable. How has that happened? De Bruyne drifting away from N'Golo Conte. Kevin De Bruyne. Oh, wow, that's brilliant. That is magnificent. Game changer. Points of world-class difference. No one stops that. No one on the planet. Genius.
Never mind Kevin De Bruyne. It's Heaven De Bruyne.
Breuer through the middle. Redmond at Gomez. Redmond, oh, it's a glorious goal. It is a glorious goal. A quite splendid hit from Nathan Redmond. And once again, Jurgen Klopp and Liverpool have required of themselves to do it the hard way. Taken back by Elneny, hit by Xhaka, what a goal! What a wonderful, wonderful goal! And Arsenal are where they want to be. You're right, Andy, they don't come round very often, but when they do, they are very often memorable. And he has given that the works. De Bruyne, deflection, goal! Kevin De Bruyne penetrates promptly, and the champions strike first on their turf. He is just about unstoppable right now. Raheem Sterling, oh, he's got a shot from Ayling, hasn't he? Fernandinho spears one in. Did you ever see a broader smile than that one? He is thrilled to bits with that hit. And City have 4 on the road. Pogba. Bruno Fernandes, beautiful. Oh boy, that's beautiful. Don't forget me. Bruno Fernandes, permanent class. He's Portuguese as well, you know. I mean, what is there to add? What is there to add? And wriggle away from Højbjerg and find Hakim Ziyech. And Ziyech bends one gloriously. Wow. Now that is special. Beauty in blue. A game crying out for a crowning moment has just been blessed with something truly decorative, far beyond ordinary. Only a good player can do what Hakim Ziyech just did. De Bruyne, voracious appetite. He's kept going. Kevin De Bruyne, oh, beauty! A hat-trick after 23 and a half minutes. And that was a blistering means of completing it. What a sensational hit. What a sensational player. Kieran Tierney. Bukayo Saka, Arsenal ahead. It's a headline start to 2022. Bukayo Saka launches the new year and does so in Gunners style. Arsenal mean this. The season is barely a week old, and love it or loathe it, the Manchester United soap opera is in full traumatic swing. And so what is next? Dalot, Sancho. Oh, what a calm, well-calculated tackle from Jensen. And what a ball for Tony, who's joined by Mbeumo. Here comes Bryan Mbeumo! 4! Can this really be happening? Blink it back! Wow, just wow! The world is on its head! It did happen. Truly, that did happen. A result which echoes, which reverberates around the globe. How can it be? How can it be that Manchester United, in all of their historical storied majesty, can be so embarrassed, so comfortable?
our number one sport show, our sport soccer board. I still remain the finest uncle talking sports in the capital city and beyond, the one you love. To call Uncle Fine Boy. And I'm not alone in the building. I've got my man, my sport bishop himself, Arinze Chukuron. So he has been with me talking sport, giving also all the sporting analysis, dissecting all the trending stories and making round in the local scene. Now we are about to jet out into the foreign scene. In case you are just joining the show, not to worry, though you have missed more than an hour or two of greater sporting stories. But guess what? We still have about 45 minutes more to talk more sport. And this time, we will be talking strictly from the foreign scene. Let's touch down on some of the trending transfer stories that have been making round and some of the complete deals that have gone by and others that are currently in the pipeline. Let's start with the latest that is just to confirm about that's about 53 minutes ago. It's official. Ruben Neves joined Saudi Arabia Al Hilal on a club record fee of 47 million euros. Wolves have sold captain Ruben Neves to Saudi Arabian Al Hilal side for a club record of 47 million pounds, euros, I beg your pardon. The 26 years old, underline that, 26 years old midfielder had a year left on his contract and leaves after 6 seasons at the Millennials. Neves, who is the latest big name player to leave European football for Saudi Pro Leagues. Earlier this month, Karim Benzema left Real Madrid for Al Ittihad, joining a former teammate Cristiano Ronaldo, who signed for Al Nassr in January. It seems like there is a paradigm shift from the EPL now and Europe to the Saudi League. Ruben Neves joins Al Hilal. I'm just laughing. 26 years old. Now, I hope he will not end up like a certain Oscar who left Chelsea at the age of 24. He went to China and that was the end of him.
Did Oscar complain? Can we say that Oscar did complain?
Well, he might have complained, but on the low key.
The guy had some good money to throw. That guy was one of the richest players ever to play for the Brazilian national team. The people love him. The fans love him. His family loves his money. He might have not played much, but he played for the national team, won the 20 World Cup. The only player to score a hat-trick at the final. To Mbappe did that as well recently. So give the boy his slouch. He's flowers. The boy has done well, you know. You know what I'm saying? So
Ruben Neves now.
Wow, 26. A player who plays regularly for the Portuguese national team, been the major stay in the Portugal in the Wolves team for the past 6 years, was part of their promotion and their stay in the Premier League to go for Saudi Arabia. Tells you there is a paradigm shift. But like I said, I won't get ahead of myself. We've seen things like that happen before with China, and then they capitulated, and then they all went back to default setting. Now I think the Saudi Arabian team has got a plan. That's different.
Good.
They've heard that the owners of the Saudi Arabia's FIF fund has had a major stake in 4 clubs.
True.
Other rich Saudi Arabia men are invested in the league. They want to turn it around. Like I told you, yes, but this is the Tuesday I was here, and they have a plan. This is the plan. They know that 80% of their populations are young boys from the age of 30 to 39 downwards, and they're football lovers. What do? They know they follow the Premier League. Why not bring that love of the Premier League to themselves, attracting the best players there? So what they do is, they know oil money will not stay forever. So what can we do to get a structure? So we use this oil money and build structures in the league that will bring the best players and will take away the fans' love from the Premier League and bring it here to Saudi Arabia. That is one way. Some people say it's a way to spot wash their image, even though they have a bad human rights act. They've practically bought all the biggest fights in boxing. The Formula 1 is now going there. They don't have
even the
WWE
there. Also
now going there. Football now going there. Africa Super Cup will
be there. It's official.
Africa CAF Super Cup, and also the Super Cup is being sponsored by the Saudi Sports. So it tells you that they practically people are saying they are used to sport watch their image. And thirdly, you could argue that, man, people want to invest. Don't forget, we have to speak to you right now. The deal between Live Golf and PGA Tour and DP Tour.
Yeah, it has been merged. Yes,
it's under discussion by the US Senate. Also, we hear that Chelsea's under investigation for their link with all their players in Saudi Arabia. I think that the takeover have been even sponsored by the Saudis as well. So it tells you they have a plan, they have a structure, and they have not been caught. The top team, look at Abu Dhabi, look at it.
Man City now, yes,
Saudi
up
Arabia.
until now, nothing so far.
So far, moving they're under a big issue now. We're waiting to see what will happen. They're owned by Saudi Arabia team, Newcastle, owned by Saudi Arabia team, PSG from the northeast. They practically have their hand in the top east. And this Man City, what they call it, Man City Club, this has clubs scattered across Europe, Girona, New York City, and MLS. They have a franchise scattered abroad. That means they are here to stay. They have a plan. So it could be that in the long run, we could be watching Saudi Arabia League on our TVs instead of the Premier League. And that is why in the Premier League, its organizers and its legends are going bonkers. Because, like I said, England has no natural resources. Their major source of income is from their economy. And the economy is boosted by the structure. And one of their highest making franchise, highest making company in England is the Premier League.
It's the
It
Premier
falls
League.
down from the top to the bottom.
From top to bottom.
So they have to protect it. So that's why you see lots of Gary Neville crying blue blood.
Definitely, the likes of Gary Neville and Carragher, they've all come out to say
investigate them, money laundry, sports washing, sports. We've had this over and over again. There's anything like a bad money.
A footballer is definitely here to stay in Saudi Arabia, but why players are making that move to Saudi Arabia? Let me let you know that Manchester United have had a third bid for Chelsea midfielder Mason Mount, worth 55 million euros, rejected. Manchester United actually came out with 55 million naira and a lot of I beg. Don't worry now, we will pay the balance. We also heard that they brought 65 tubers of yam, to which 50 were bad, 58 liters of palm oil, to which somebody will say, Uncle Fanboy, calm down now, what is this? But it's the truth now. Meanwhile, United have warned that they will walk away from negotiation with the Blues if the offer is not accepted, though Chelsea are further to want at least 58 million euros plus another 5 million euros in possible add-on for the England international. However, United feel that figure is excessive as Mason Mount only has a year left on his contract and talks about an extension have stalled. As for the personal terms between Mason Mount and Manchester United is not a problem. What Chelsea wants now is to get more money from Manchester United. Manchester United is not the problem that Chelsea spent excessively in the last two transfer market for a player that is ranked 32 in your wages list. A player like Noni Madueke is earning more than Mason Mount. The likes of Akani Chukwuemeka is earning over 200,000 pounds a week. Not forgetting Datro Fofana, who has not kicked the ball in the EPL for Chelsea, is earning more than 180 euros every week. And guess what Mason Mount is earning? 80,000 euros.
Chelsea were willing to talk to him. See, don't make it look like Chelsea are bad people. I think we're willing to talk to him. They said,
but they offer, they're offering him
250 to 200. He wants 300 to 350. What's the amount of money the likes of
now
N'Golo Kantes?
Just to hold your thoughts why Chelsea wants to offer him that amount, but with an 8-year contract. Absolutely. Exactly what they did with Enzo Fernandez. And this man is saying that, look, 8 years is too much. Max 4 years.
You can negotiate.
But he doesn't want to stay anymore. Perhaps he does not see a future with Chelsea.
Are trying to squeeze.
Oh my goodness.
No man said they will not come back after this third offer. We heard them say this is the final offer. I wonder whether they will eat their words and come back for the young man. Chelsea have said they want 58 million pounds plus 5 million add-ons. They put 50 million pounds, 5 million add-ons.
That's just a 3 million pounds the difference. 58 plus United came with 55
plus 5 million pounds.
50
but
plus
58 plus 5 million pounds.
So they need 8
more million from somewhere.
That's calculation.
So it's simple. It's as simple as I I must be sincere with you.
Okay.
Chelsea has given him the long rope. He doesn't want to stay. Just okay, we'll let you go, but we'll take every fathom from you, every penny we can squeeze out of you. Man United have come out to say, okay, this bid is their final bid. They won't come again.
They will come.
Let's see whether they will eat their words and come
United
again.
Will come.
Because they really want the player, they need to spend big. Chelsea does not care. They could frustrate the, after all, they didn't buy the boys from the academy. They could frustrate the boys' career, keep in the bench, and the boy will suffer loss, and suffer more loss.
Remember, he just have just a year left in
contract.
Chelsea,
Yeah.
and for the likes of Mason Mount, is a very, very when it comes to strength, energy is very, very good at that. He's a workaholic, and he will add steel in the midfielder to which Manchester United lacked under a certain Eriksen and a certain Fred that could not give his tactical brilliance in some crucial games for United, most notably the game against Sevilla in the Europa Cup. Having a player like Mason Mount, he will give you a whole new dimension in that midfield, and also remember, he can play as a winger. Now Erik ten Hag has come out to say that he wants Mason Mount to be his first signing of the summer as he looks to strengthen his side following their qualification for next season Champions League. That is another reason why they need experience in the Champions League, experience in the Premiership. Remember, he's a Champions League winner. So for Mason Mount United, it doesn't matter. He has the medal. He has the medal.
Kahagi has Champions League experience too. Listen, I want to be sincere. See,
all right.
Chelsea's problem is not Mason Mount. They have a chaotic defense, and that defense needs to be worked upon. Anyway, like I said, it's early days in the transfer market. A lot of business to be done, but Mason Mount is not the solution. Like you said, they have Eriksen. They have Bruno Fernandes. Where would he fit? Okay, if you take out Eriksen and play
squad rotation, squad depth.
I'm not doubting it, but you need to have a solid first 11. Chelsea, my direct team does not put shivers to your spine. I look at Man City, team they put out. You as a neutral, you are scared. Chelsea does say, look at Sancho. You know, okay, you ask what kind of Sancho will turn up today? It could be the best Sancho that one we saw in Dortmund, or it could be the Sancho we saw at Man United for whole of last
the
season.
fine boy Sancho.
And then you see Anthony, the king of the merry-go-round.
DJ Spinall. Holiday is a spin.
You could feel the way Erik ten Hag loves that boy, and the boy has done practically nothing to help this team this season.
Oh wow!
And then
that's mean.
Waghorst will be leaving, obviously. Martial should be gone. He spent more time in the doctor's office than the football pitch.
You can say that again.
Oh yeah. So I think when he's playing, okay, this score goes out there, but is that the kind of striker you need? See, a striker that if you want to win the league, I keep telling people, you need a striker that will hit you 20 goals in at least. In the Premier League, check it.
It's worse.
Last year it was Erling Haaland. Last two years, okay, he said it was Phil Foden. He was not striker, but he scored 20 goals out. He played that role. Then they go back to the dramas of this one. The Thierry Henrys, the Alan Shearer.
Don't take me there. The Van Persies. The Jermaine Defoe. These are
for you to win the league, you need strikers that will hit those numbers, astronomical numbers. Can Watt do it? No. Can Martial do it? No. But I think that's a big inclusion. It will be a big plus for mine because you know why? In every team, there's this English quota you must have in your team. And to have an experience of that caliber in that quota is huge.
It's huge.
For Chelsea, it's a loss, but I tell you, they won't mind keeping him one Muslim and paying him £2,000 for the rest of the season.
For the rest of the season. But meanwhile, let's still stick with Manchester United as Mason Greenwood has put his luxurious €15,000 a month mansion up for rent. Amidst a report, Manchester United will be sending him on loan abroad. Now, Mason Mount will report that they put his mansion on loan for his movement away from Manchester United, as the team is ready to send him on loan in order for him to get more playing time before returning to the club after he was suspended amid allegation of attempted rape, assault, and controlling or conniving behavior. Though these charges have long been dropped, his mansion is on. He has put it up for rent, and he will be away from Manchester United. We saw pictures of him as well training alone.
How was teaching alone? We had
the fear of every delight.
The fear of Mount right now is the beginning of wisdom.
Not really the fear of women, actually.
It's Mount right now, because I noticed the ladies in the Man United say they don't want him in the team.
Yeah,
they've come out clearly. That's the Man United female team. They don't want him back in the squad. So the sponsors
he will come back, but
so the sponsors say they don't want him back in the squad. But like I said, if to bring him back would be a wrong decision. I think the right decision is to take him out. Get some football, maybe Spain, maybe Italy, maybe Germany, precisely, because that's where young players go and rekindle their career. True. And then we come back. I think it's a good player. I think if not for this issue, he should be a major starter in this team. Man United would not need a striker if Greenwood was playing at his best.
That's true.
He would have been a man pivoting the attack, allowing Rashford to do the team from the wing. But unfortunately, for non-football reasons, this boy's career has been treated with fear women. fear women. The best players and at some point, Adam Johnson was one of the best wingers in English football. To the prison he goes.
To the prison.
Benjamin Mendy was one of the best left back in the Premier League. Right now he's not in the prison, but he's not in the Manchester City either because he's been suspended. Though he has not been guilty, almost all the charges have been he has found not guilty. So he's still winning the case in court.
But he's not free.
played. It's not a free.
It's not a free man.
So you go ask yourself, what do you really want that your money can't get you? Must you go around petty ladies?
Or a certain Danny Alves.
Alves has quite clear to say he has nothing against him. He's spoken to the press. Say if they have felt he had done something wrong, they would have called him back. The club owner had his number. Why didn't they call him back and say, "I would have been back"?
He gave 3 testimonies to which those 3 testimonies didn't add up. They were evidences. They were pictures of what he did. He could not defend.
He said it was
any of those.
consensual.
Oh my!
No, I can't call the word there. It was consensual.
It was.
That's what he said. He said it wasn't rape.
But currently, he's in prison.
No,
he's serving his time.
He's not even in prison.
Like
He's
he's in jail.
He's in Brazil. He's
Doing what?
He's not out. He's not want to get back to Spain. But his time.
All right, away from women and their problem, away from the prison yard. Let's talk more on football. This time, let's talk on about Bournemouth. They have completed the signing of Dutch forward Justin Kluivert from Roma as reportedly on a transfer of a 9.6 million euros deal. The 24 years old who arrived on a long-term contract is the Chelsea's first signing under new boss Andoni Areola. Kluivert, who has 2 caps for the Netherlands, was on loan at Valencia last time, scoring 8 goals in 29 appearances. Once upon a time, he was one of the hottest teenagers to which Manchester United and Man City were after. He made the move to Roma. From then, he went on loan, and now Kluivert is nosediving his career.
My papa fit play ball. No mean say I go fit play ball.
Say that again.
Now the truth is, I know he had a dad who was playing.
Patrick Kluivert.
Oh wow, what a player he was! And the boy had the talent to get there.
Definitely.
I felt he was just sometimes not unlucky with managers, unlucky with clubs,
agents as well,
and injuries. Because we saw the boy he plays like his father. His finishing, his speed, his tenacity,
and he's tall. He got the towering physique of a striker.
So now he's got to the Premier League. Let's hope this will be the move he has been waiting for. Let's hope this is the move that he wants, that can reignite his career. I'm a big fan of the boy. I love the boy. But let's see. It's still a gamble if you ask me. For someone who struggled in the Serie A, struggled in the Spanish league, is it in the Premier League? He would hit it big. But
with Bournemouth,
we've seen players who have done that.
Mitchell did that with Swansea.
One season wonder.
He did that,
but
at least he did something.
Right.
His name is there. Arsenal will not forget Mitchell in a
Swansea
hurry.
would not forget Mitchell. So he was what a player he was. But so we can see. I think I like the move. Maybe a team who is more secure, but I think Bournemouth will still struggle relegation again. Maybe someone like Tottenham Hotspur would have do. But see, you have to make this. It's who come right now. Who come for you? That you go play for.
Definitely with Justin Kluivert, it's better he went to a club with the less regular football, less pressure, less eyes on you. Just go there, play your football, and be good.
I think he's a victim of his father's success. Unless he does, his father was this. He's not his father. He's Julius. He's Juliet. His father was Patrick.
Yes, we can actually say that. But before we dive into some of the gossip, some of the amebo in the transfer market, it is all about a changing of jersey now. We are seeing players don some iconic jersey, and for Manchester United and Real Madrid, these 2 players, yes, no doubt, they are a bunch of talent. They are good on their day. They can win you matches single-handedly. They can also turn games on his head. They are good as a super sub. They are also good as starters. Talking about Alejandro Garnacho of Manchester United that will be donning the jersey number 7 for Manchester United, and a certain Vinicius Junior who will be donning the jersey number 7 after Eden Hazard was let out of his contract with Real Madrid and the jersey officially vacant. Now Vinicius Junior will don the jersey number 7, and Leandro Garnacho will wear the jersey number 7. Now, the Sport Bishop, we know how jersey can be a curse. It can also be a blessing for some players. Now, 2 seasons ago, we saw a certain Rashford wearing the jersey number 10 for Manchester United, and there were talks that the jersey is will be too heavy for him. He will not deliver. We should have just left him with the number 19. Perhaps he would do well, but after a season or so, he struggled. But last season, he had one of the best seasons of his career. Now we can say this is the Rashford that everybody wanted to see, or everybody wants to see rather. And now we are having a Garnacho. Do you think that the jersey number 7 is too iconic for him? The likes of Depay failed with the number 7. The likes of Angel Di Maria didn't live up to expectation. Depay, not Depay, it's not paying. Oh my goodness.
Memphis Depay, Angel Di Maria.
And don't forget that I said in Antonio Valencia.
He had to run back 25.
To 25.
He had to run back. It was that bad. I think it's too big a number for him.
Wow.
For a player who has not played regular football for half of the season, who is always a bit part player, to get number 7 jersey, to me it's a slap on the wrist to the likes of the Beckham, the Eric Cantona of this world.
Oh wow.
Exactly.
But Ronaldo started with just 7 appearances.
The boy could play. He was just playful. That was his problem. When he came to Man United, he was the young boy who wanted to enjoy himself, who wants to do the leg overs, who wants to be, who wants to be
step overs and what have you.
Change the hairstyle every week and dance after scoring goals. That's what he wanted to do. Over the time, Ronaldo changed to become a businessman who wants to score goals, who wants to break record, who wants to climb above the limit, who wants to become the blueprint, the it factor, the Jurassic dinosaur, the classic example. And then he evolved. Garnacho is too young. Is there talent? Yes. Is there hope for a good future? Yes. Is that something we can see that inspires quality? Yes. Can he become the Cantonas and the Beckhams of this world? Yes. Is he there right now? No. Would that just put pressure on him to fast forward his progress? Yes, because it's about progression. The reason why Saka today is what he is because Arsenal allowed him to grow. They didn't come and say you are Saka today. You must become no. He started growing. The players that tried to rush became injury prone. Jack Wilshere. You don't rush these players.
True that.
Garnacho is a quality player. I love him so much. I think he's going to have the ability to become the next Ronaldo. But give him the number 7 jersey this time of the day. It's like saying, boy, emerge now. That's what I mean to say. The spotlight automatically goes straight to him.
True.
Because sales of jersey right now will increase. It's Alejandro number 7.
Yeah.
The whole fans want to watch Garnacho.
In Argentina, in
you
South
don't
America.
Number 7 jersey player playing
on the bench.
So he has to start scoring goals in his numbers at this age. So he'll be under pressure to perform every other day. For a young boy who should be trying to doing expressing himself so he can get better, progressing. But I think he will come for Vinicius Junior, my man.
I'm about to go there because you just castigated the likes of Garnacho. Could that be the same Ken you will use for Junior?
Not for Vinicius. He's proven it over again.
He has won the Champions League. He has won the La Liga. He has won the young best player.
He was the top scorer. The percent that he scored 20-something goals. Last season was astronomical as well. His past season has been the best player in Madrid, apart from the Benzema when he won the Ballon d'Or. The boy has been a class of his own. The boy has proven that he's not developing. He's not progressing. There. He's in on his throne. He rules and reigns. Even if Kylian Mbappe joins the club, the first name on the lips of the fans will be Vinicius Junior.
True.
Because he has paid his dues. He has gained his onions. Imagine the club begging him, please don't leave us at this Paris season. Stay with us. We'll fight facing with you. That's the quality. If the players like,
you can go.
Good riddance.
If you want to.
Oh yes. So it is what it is. I think he will do better. He's not under pressure. He's done it. He's seen it, not done it all. Garnacho, the player who's struggling to get game time. Number 7 jersey.
Now with the jersey number 7, it will definitely have more. It will play games.
If he scores 10 goals, they will say, he could have scored 15. If he scores 15, they'll say, what's happening now? Come on, he can get 20.
Oh wow.
The pressure has begun.
Abuja, so says that the words of the sport bishop himself, 0700010961961 and 961. I know you are enjoying the conversation in the studio. Come on, let us also hear from you. Which of the stories so far has got you excited, or which of the stories have also got you a little bit uneasy? Is it the Manchester United? Is it the Arsenal? Is it the Chelsea? Is it the move of the players to Saudi Arabia, or is it from the local scene, the likes of Samuel Eto'o that we discussed earlier? Which of these stories have got you angry, or better still, made you excited? Come on, reach me on the studio line, and of course on WhatsApp. Let's talk more, and let us also get your feelings and your pause on some of the stories that have been making round so far. Let's quickly delve into the world of transfer gossip, where Juventus have set at 52 million euros asking price for Federico Chiesa, who is a 25 years older, with Liverpool keen on the Italy forward, who is also attracting interest from Bayern Munich, Paris Saint-Germain and Aston Villa.
That's how big the Premier League is.
Ah.
That dragging shoulder with Bayern Munich.
And PSG.
I saw West Ham dragging players with PSG. That's the power of the Premier League. But Chiesa is a quality player. I think he'll do well in any team. We saw him at the Euros. What a player, Federico Chiesa, trying to get out of the space of his father. His father was a quality player.
But I still have my doubts of Chiesa doing well in Liverpool because the last two big money or more, should I put it this way?
Big money signings?
Not really big money, but a
Mark
big expectation. Yeah,
okay.
Expectation from Italian players moving to Liverpool. Did you forget the likes of Borini?
Yeah.
Did you forget the likes of Aquilani? These are some of the players.
Chiesa is a different one.
Ambrosini as well all went to Liverpool, and what happened? They could not even last up to 2 months. They were shipped out of Liverpool.
Chiesa is an out-and-out winger.
Okay.
I think it's just like you saying Jota will not do well, or the likes of look at the attacking. There is no Firmino anymore.
True.
So you have only Nunes, Jota,
Salah,
Luis Diaz, and Salah. When he comes in, he brings in that extra bite in the wing. He can play as a number 9 on if you need him to, but he's a crazy winger that can score lots of goals. And Liverpool play direct football, so I think he will suit Liverpool with so much ease. I don't think there's another club he will struggle with. Maybe Aston Villa, because you know when you go into a smaller club and they pay a huge amount for you.
Smaller club, Aston Villa will be playing in Europe. They have got Unai Emery. They have Oli Watkins.
In the Conference League.
It doesn't matter. It's Europe. Chelsea would have loved to give anything to be there.
To the Conference League.
It doesn't matter. It's Europe.
I think if Arsenal fan, if they didn't make the Champions League, they would have loved not to make it at all, because it's distraction. The aim is to get to the Champions League.
That is what an average Chelsea fan would tell you.
Absolutely.
It's distraction. But trust me real good.
It's a backyard
they
door.
would definitely want to because if they win the conference straight
Champions
up,
League.
it is money. It is a publicity.
Yeah.
Of course, it is a much more.
It's silverware.
Yes, we should also add that is one of the things that Manchester United will say their season was successful ahead of Arsenal because they got.
It depends what success is.
It doesn't
success
matter.
is relative. Success is better than Arsenal. How is it better than Arsenal? Let's play.
They have a trophy.
Arsenal
do not have.
That's not relative.
Arsenal does
Arsenal
not
tell you
have.
they have Champions League football. They push Man City all the way. Record number of points is the Invincibles.
With nothing.
With
they were trophyless.
Champions League football.
Are they the only one going to the Champions
And a
League?
little bit of bragging right. They beat Manchester United silly.
And so? Silly? How?
At the Emirates Stadium.
How?
3-1.
Was it 3-1 or 3-2? It was 3-2.
Oh yeah.
It was 3-2.
Let's go.
It was Manchester United that won 3-1 at Old Trafford.
The 2-1 at
No,
Old Trafford.
3-1 actually. Rashford got a brace.
Oh,
and Anthony got a goal.
Oh, it's straight.
I still remember he got his first goal against Arsenal.
In the game the referee VR came to play his own part.
No, that was Man City.
On the Gabriel Martinez
No,
goal.
of course that wasn't a goal. It was a foul.
VR has come out to apologize to Arsenal.
Leave VR
Arsenal
alone.
they like apologies. Arsenal says it's apologies. That they don't know how to send apologies when they make a mistake.
But if you check the aggregate of Oman away scoreline, United still top.
Because of they harassed Arsenal at the Old Trafford.
Arsenal should park well, no trophy. That's what that matters. That they didn't win anything. All right, still making letting you know some of the stories making round in the world of transfer. England midfielder Calvin Phillips, who is 27 years old, is said who is out of favour at Manchester City, has emerged as a target for Bayern Munich. Calvin Phillips, he is a Champions League winner. He is a Premier League winner. You can say it again.
What do you want him to do again?
He has more trophies sitting on the bench than Saka, who has more goals, than Rashford, who has more goals. But meanwhile, Tottenham are eyeing Juventus and Brazil defender Gelson Bremer, who is 26 years of age, with a new manager, Angela Postecoglou. Kinetsu Boyster is a backliner, and Tottenham as well also want to sign Fulham's 25 years old English centre back Tosin Adarabioyo. Oh wow, it seems
Tosin Adarabioyo.
Nigerian. Thank you very
much. He can still play for Nigeria anyway.
But he will not.
We don't know yet.
He will not.
Can they bring it to the English
I can
team?
bet he will not.
Can they bring it to the English team?
It doesn't matter. The likes of Eberechi, even though he did not break, he refused to come. After many years, did he play again? He made it to the bench. He didn't play again.
He came from the bench in the 2 games.
How many goals did he? The fact is, he would definitely not play for Nigeria. But then Tottenham, they're trying to boost their back line under their new coach.
I know when they got the new coach, I thought this guy is a joker. David Levy, the chairman of the club, is a joker. Of all the managers in the world, it's Ange Postecoglou of Celtic, who has no CV. No disrespect to him. His best time was when he was in Australia, and then when he was in Celtic. What a manager! How are the mighty falling? All the managers in the world, it is Ange. And then now you see the players they're signing, you'll ask yourself, Vicario, the goalkeeper. Now we hear Bremer, players that you normally the Tottenham Hotspur of a number of old.
These are clubs for the likes of Crystal Palace,
Absolutely.
the likes of Sheffield Wednesday, the likes of Bournemouth.
David Levy is not ready to invest. He didn't invest when he had even Mauricio Pochettino. He's not ready to invest now. And no matter what the coach is not ready to invest, but he wants that coach to become a miracle worker and get them Champions League football. If you can get, you have succeeded another David Levy. He's a businessman. I think the club is meant for as a business model than a footballing club,
exactly.
not to win trophies. It's just a business model at the end of the day. So that's the plans they can attract. And after that is where they are at the moment. We should see. I pity for the likes of Harry Kane and Son Heung-min.
Definitely, the likes of Harry Kane is not ready to leave anytime soon. No transfer request is submitted. Is ready to remain there. But meanwhile, the likes of Calvin Phillips is being targeted by Bayern Munich.
I think he's a good player.
He's
a great player. He's just unfortunate to be at a club where there's too much of good players. The players is a good one. Kevin De Bruyne, Rodri, Foden,
Bernardo
Silva. In that same midfield, though.
Riyad Mahrez.
That same midfield, though. Where would the boy play? And then injury did not play it. He do the boy any favor. And in return, he's not playing Carabao Cup.
Oh my Jesus God.
He's not playing FA Cup. You know, he tells you what it is. But this is a player who is the first name. It was one of the reasons why he did win the Euros. He's one of the first name. Look at him. But he didn't play for Man City. He's in Southgate squad. And he started games.
And he's playing well actually.
Playing well for national team. The boy is a good player. Man City. See. When what you want like this, when you don't suit his style of play, it doesn't matter if you're a best player or not. If you don't suit, don't be surprised Walker may leave this season. Don't be surprised some players you think are fantastic may leave this season because no why he's now.
Cancelo left.
Even don't be surprised,
and they were not. His absence was not felt.
Don't be surprised that even Bernardo Silva, who is hailing for this season, may leave. He wants to play a certain way. That's why I see him going for defenders that can play that way. Like Stones now will not be playing in midfield with Rodri.
Nathan Ake also.
Ake may not even enter the squad next year. They get in Javier Gasgod from RB Leipzig. You have Akonji, and then you have Diaz or you have Laporte, depending on who. That's the three-man defense. They have Stones and he's now evolving. He wants to play 3-2-4. You know, got like things a tinker. 3-2.
And you must step up your game as well.
3-2-3. He just does what he likes, and if you don't suit him, it doesn't matter if you're Kevin De Bruyne or Erling Haaland. He replaces you. And also, Borussia Dortmund could target Chelsea and England defender Conor Gallagher, who's 23 years old, as a replacement for Jude Bellingham. Surplus requirement in Chelsea. That guy he flat to deceive at Crystal Palace when he was brought back to show those qualities.
No, actually, at Crystal Palace, he was their best player.
That was a flat to deceive. When they brought him back to here to show his quality, he went off. So
are we safe to say that Conor Gallagher is not a big team player?
Absolutely. No disrespect. I think you hit it on the head. He's a middle team player where there's no pressure, the way he's allowed to express himself. But you need him to become, do this. You know, in a big team, the coach instructs you how to do, what to do, and when to do it, you know, and even part time if possible. But he wants to just express himself. He's this young kid in the block who wants to shoot where he wants to shoot, who wants to pass where he wants to pass, who wants to have the freedom of space. You can't have that in a big team.
You can't have that in a big team. But meanwhile, West Ham, I believe, a third Arsenal offer of around 100 million euros for their captain Declan Rice, who's 24 years, is eminent with the transfer saga over the England midfielder close to reaching its conclusion. So we are safe to say that all West Ham want is more money.
Yeah. I don't know if Arsenal gets that deal. They need it. Because we report ahead that Partey could be heading to Juventus. We're hearing that this young man, like I said again, what's his name? Gran Xhaka could be heading to the Bundesliga. We hear he could be heading to Bayer Leverkusen, if I'm not mistaken. Boy, oh boy, they need the replacement.
Definitely they do.
Declan Rice, I don't say the other midfielder who can step in the role of Granit and Partey, if not Rice and Latvia. We hear that was not going to be an issue. The guy who played for Southampton was down in 90-year-old.
It's almost concluded that he's a mover to Arsenal because from what we are hearing, Arsenal have reportedly reached a verbal agreement to sign a Belgian midfielder Romeo Latvia, who's 19. But then the transfer fee is far from being concluded with Southampton.
Yeah, that's what it is. This is what it is. I think those two players will slot in like the piece in the pod. but any other two players will struggle to. Look at they brought in Sambi Lokonga, same issue. They brought in Fabio Vieira, he struggled. So I think it's about getting players who will slot him because those two players, Partey and Xhaka, were crucial to the way Arsenal played last season.
They were definitely crucial to the way Arsenal played last season. But meanwhile, newly appointed Celtic boss Brendan Rodgers is pushing for a deal to be reached for Australia and Melbourne City striker Marco Tilio, who is 21 years old, after pledging his allegiance to Celtic and apologizing for leaving them and joining Leicester City. Brendan Rodgers pushing for these players. He was just apologizing for leaving them.
If Madrid does not come
and that was the reason why he had to go back to them.
When Madrid come down, he will still leave them again. This coaching job, we all want a better job, want a better pay. Everybody wants a greener pastures. So this is what it is. Martin, if he really loved that, will he come and take 3 times salary he took last time he was there? He's taking 3 times the salary. You know, I think he's a good coach. I think he will help. Since Ang left, I think they wanted a big name market signing. No, Ang came in when they were struggling.
Yeah.
And brought them back to top again in Scottish football ahead of Rangers. So they don't want any coach who will come and drop it down. They want a coach with clout and experience who has done it before. Whatever Ang has done, this guy has done it as well. What's his name? Brendan Rodgers. So just bring him back to just continue for where Ang has stopped and keep them flying high in Scottish football.
Keeping them flying high in Scottish football because they only have Aberdeen, if they're there to see, and Rangers that they are major competitors when it comes to the Scottish League. But meanwhile, Crystal Palace Ivorian forward Wilfred Zaha, who is 30 years of age, is attracting interest from Lazio with his contract set to expire this month. Talking about in the month of June, Wilfred Zaha.
So many
will be a free transfer.
So many people cutting the signature. Saudi Arabia is cutting the signature. Lazio Italy is cutting the signature. Crystal Palace are trying to give him a new contract. He's high speed player right now. Crystal Palace. I wonder how much Crystal Palace can offer him. 300, 350.
No, definitely they can't. They can't do
that. They can. If they can offer him over 250 or that, they can. He's only played around 200, so why not? Wait and see. But if you ask me, man, it's 30 years, not getting any younger.
It's 30 years. Definitely, his time at Crystal Palace is almost coming to an end.
Why not get a big team in the Premier League? I don't know.
He's a show boy. He's a show boy.
Because at some point it was at Man United. It didn't just happen for him. It didn't just happen for him.
He was chasing David Moyes' daughter. Remember, instead of concentrating playing football,
put him in the bench.
How dare you near my daughter? Come on, get
How dare you? How dare you?
Alright, so let's delve away from football now and check out what's going down in the world of tennis, as it's all about the Wimbledon that will be going down in a couple of weeks' time. The likes of Carlos Alcaraz, and not forgetting Ostapenko, and of course Iga Swiatek, big names like Andy Murray, and not forgetting Novak Djokovic. All these guys, Tsitsipas, Kyrgios will be in action. But so far, it's all about the Queen's Open and the Birmingham final that is about to go down. Alcaraz will face Di Minea in the Queen's final, while Ostapenko will face Belarusian Krejcikova in the Birmingham's final. All for the preparation of the Wimbledon that will be coming down in a couple of weeks so far. Now these guys,
the Halle final in Germany. That one is in Germany as well. And we hear that this man as well is doing well, Alexander Zverev, in that competition.
True.
So we'll see how it pans out. I think the big boys are having it good. Zverev is having it good. We all know Djokovic has been dumped out, but come on, he can't roll him out in the Wimbledon. No player.
The likes of Venus Williams as well was knocked out in the semi-final by Ostapenko, who will play in the final. So honestly, it's going to be a very
Carlos Alcaraz as well.
Definitely, I just
the new kid on the block. Former world number 1, now world number 2.
He's in the finals now.
Come on, he's going to win.
He's in the finals, definitely. If he does that, it will close the gap to Novak Djokovic.
Number 2 as well. He'll win. Ostapenko won about 2 women win. Carlos Alcaraz win. Zverev win.
Wow.
Djokovic favorite.
So the bookers can now stake their money based on what you're saying.
No, come on, man. I didn't win those ones. It's now when it comes to Wimbledon proper, where everybody converge. There is no Halle. There is no Demi Halle.
This is the third Grand Slam.
This is the third Grand Slam
of the year.
The first 2 has gone all the way to Djokovic. One to Alcaraz.
The other one to Djokovic. Alcaraz won the Australian Open
because there was no. Andy Murray. But next year there will be Andy Murray. So you should watch out for that.
Andy Murray is number 32.
There was no Djokovic in the first Grand Slam.
Okay.
Andy Murray is getting better.
What number 32?
He's getting better in grass. He won the Surbiton. And the one is it the
And you know that when it's time for any Grand Slam, he always picks up injury.
He refused to play in the clay season. He didn't even play at the Roland Garros. He was focused on the grass, and he won 2 of his 3 tournaments he played. So it's not a bad idea.
So you think he will go all the way because he will be playing in front of his own crowd?
All he needs is a rub of the green, the draw, avoid the big boys, play the lesser teams, and he can get to the semi-finals. Who say he can't get to the semi-finals? The British has done well so far in the grass season. So
True.
whether it's Katie Buta,
Because
whether it is Dan Evans, whether it is Cameron
That is
Norrie.
their natural turf. When
Exactly.
they are playing in front of their home crowd, what do you expect?
Absolutely.
And after which they will be going all the way to America.
The hardcore.
There you see the likes of the Williams, you see the likes of a Swatek, you see the likes of even Alcaraz. That is when they will flex their muscle and say, come on, let's do it on the hard court.
Yeah,
Bring in
they
all
played
your-
in clay.
Yes.
They played in grass. That's about to play in grass.
About-
They played one in the first one was
Australia.
I think Australia was also clay.
Australia is hard.
Okay.
US is hard.
Okay,
Clay is a Roland Garros and
the-
grass is a Wimbledon.
So go back to the hard court again. Zachariah's favorite sport.
We started hard,
to
let's
let you
finish
to,
it
to
hard.
tell you how this court favors Djokovic enough to win this one. Alcaraz has already played in 3 tournaments on grass. The Wimbledon 2021, Wimbledon 2022, and this tournament, the Queens. These are the only times he has played on grass in any tournament. So he's not favorite, but for him to get to the final, I think he's licking his lips saying, "Oh, there's something in there for me in this one."
Something in there for me. Wow, how time flies when you're having fun. I wish I can go on and on and on. Your messages, you're just jumping. I don't know why is it that when we need to do that, the rains keep pouring. But come on, next week Saturday will be another time where we have a fantastic prize to win, because that is when I know your phones will definitely will be on and running. Yes, there are a lot of prizes from airtime to Soma Cosmetic. Yes, all the way from Peter Cosmetic from Amaraba. Definitely, he will be giving a lot of giveaways on the show. I deliberately do not want to let the cat out of the bag today, but he promises us come next Saturday that we'll be having so much to win, as much as 9, 10, 11 giveaways, and you can only do that when you get access to the show. Come next week Saturday from 3 p.m. on through 6 p.m. We will be talking sport and everything in between, from the local scene to the foreign scene, and of course it's also going down this weekend talking about the NNL Super 8. I deliberately left that out because there were a lot of the discrepancies in terms of the futures and the results that went down yesterday, but by Monday 9:05 a.m. bright and early, and of course all through the weekdays, Mondays all through Fridays by 5 p.m. we'll be talking more sport, and I'm so certain that the Sport Bishop will be here to talk sport with me anytime he is available. Sport Bishop, thank you for joining me on the show this Saturday. Hopefully next Saturday you will also have yourself more prize to win. I'm sure about that, because my guest as well must be the first to partake before any other. It's a tradition for me.
Just come bearing gifts anyway. Thank you very much for having me. It's always nice to hear talk sports. And I tell you, man, come on, we keep pushing it. Nigeria sports must get better.
Yeah, it will.
We won't stop until Nigeria sport gets better, and then that's the important thing. We keep saying it, keep talking it, we keep believing it. Like I always say, keep talking sport, keep believing sport. Sport is life. Nigeria sport will get better.
Nigeria sports will definitely get better. Catch us if you can. And maybe by Monday, Tuesday, we'll be at the Moshood Abiola Stadium to cover the Super Falcons. Our training will definitely resume. Come next week. We really want to have a feel of these ladies. So we get some clips as well. That when you follow us on our Facebook page as well as our YouTube handle, you get to see all of these things live and direct. You heard it first. You see it first on Voice of the People 96.1 FM Abuja. Thank you, and thank you from us to you. We are done and we are gone. God bless.